It has been called the most mysterious manuscript in the world. It sits inside a vault at Yale University, catalog number MS408. It has 240 pages of vellum dated to the 15th century. It is filled with illustrations of plants that grow nowhere on Earth, diagrams of stars that don't match our sky, and naked women bathing in strange green tubes. But the most terrifying part? It contains over 170,000 characters written in a smooth, elegant handwriting, in a language that nobody can read, not a single word. What is this book? Is it a magical grimoire, a medieval hoax, or a message from a lost civilization?
The story begins in 1912. Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish antique book dealer and revolutionary, was rummaging through a chest of unwanted books at a Jesuit college in Italy. Among the dusty religious texts, he found something that didn't belong: a small book about the size of a paperback. It had no cover, no title, and no author. But the moment Voynich opened it, he knew he held something unique. He spent the rest of his life trying to decipher it. He died 18 years later without reading a single sentence.
Let's look inside. The first section seems to be an herbal guide, but look closer. These plants are wrong. Some have roots that look like animal claws. Others combine leaves from one species with flowers from another. Botanists have spent decades trying to identify the 113 plant species drawn in the book. They have identified virtually none. It's as if the author was drawing flora from another planet, or perhaps from a fever dream.
If the plants are strange, the next section is disturbing. It shows hundreds of nude women bathing in pools of green liquid. They are connected by elaborate systems of tubes and pipes. Some scholars believe this depicts medieval spa treatments. Others suggest something darker, that the tubes represent human veins and organs, and the book is actually a secret medical guide on reproduction or biological alchemy. Why are they smiling? And what exactly is flowing through those pipes?
Voynich wasn't the first to be obsessed. Inside the cover, a faint signature was found leading back to the 1600s. The book once belonged to Rudolph II, the Holy Roman Emperor. He paid 600 gold ducats for it, a fortune back then, believing it was written by the famous philosopher Roger Bacon. It passed through the hands of court alchemists and possibly the famous magician John Dee. For 600 years, the smartest men in Europe tried to crack its code. All of them failed.
During World War II, the greatest codebreakers in history turned their eyes to the manuscript. William Friedman, the man who founded the NSA and cracked Japan's Purple Code, spent his spare time analyzing the text. He gathered a team of experts, treating it like enemy encryption. They tried simple substitution ciphers, polyalphabetic codes, and cardon grills. Friedman eventually concluded that it wasn't a code at all, but an artificial language. He went to his grave defeated by a book written 500 years before he was born.
Skeptics argued that Wilfrid Voynich forged the book himself to get rich. But in 2011, science silenced them. The University of Arizona performed radiocarbon dating on the vellum. The result? The skin of the animals used to make the pages lived between 1404 and 1438. The ink analysis proved it was consistent with Renaissance recipes. The book is real. It is a genuine medieval artifact. Someone in the early 15th century sat down and spent years writing this. But why? Could it be nonsense? Just random doodles by a madman? Computers say no. Linguists applied Zipf's law, a statistical rule that all human languages follow regarding word frequency. If you type random keys on a keyboard, you break this law. But the Voynich manuscript follows Zipf's law perfectly. It has structure, it has grammar, it has syntax. Mathematically, it looks exactly like a language. It just happens to be a language that we have lost the key to. So what is it? One leading theory suggests it's a book on women's health and hygiene, written in a secret cipher to avoid church censorship. Another theory claims it is written in a lost phonetic script of the Aztec language brought to Europe by missionaries. Or perhaps it is a case of glossolalia, channeling a divine language written down by a medium in a trance state. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a joke, a complex, expensive, centuries-old prank that we are still falling for. Today, the manuscript resides in the Beinecke Library at Yale. High-resolution scans are available online for anyone to see. AI is trying to crack it. Crowdsourcing projects are working on it. Yet the book remains silent. It is a mirror. We see in it whatever we want to find: aliens, magic, or history. Until someone finds the key, the Voynich manuscript remains the ultimate "what is this?" Maybe you will be the one to read the first word. Thanks for watching.